Hey there. Hey there. Hello there. Welcome in. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Good to have you. That is. It's alright. So, what we're doing today is, first of all, some meditation and then some yoga. If you like to join in, feel free to. Um, yeah, the meditation. Wait, I need to find my little clock. Oh, where's my clock? Ah, here. Hidden. Little hidden. Okay. My meditation clock. And we are going to meditate for 25 minutes and then 5 minutes of like lying on the floor to get out of it again. And if you have any questions at any point, feel free to ask. There's a time in the corner to the right. My name is Marcel and I'm not alone here, but I'm joined by Shawn. That's Shawn. Shawn is here for energy, entertainment, and motivation. Together we're teaching every day here on Twitch. So if you'd like to join in, feel free to. Feel free to. And afterwards, we're going to do some yoga. We are trying to go upside down, just the inversion routine that we are having. That is kind of like the same all the time, where we are going somewhat towards handstand, but don't worry, it's going to be for everybody. And if there's some things you can't do, just listen to your body afterwards. But right now we're going to meditate. So you guys, if you like to join in, feel free to. Feel free to. And sitting down through a sitting pillow, sitting down on a sitting pillow, or sitting down on some books, sitting down on top of a chair. On a chair, it's kind of fine. Not on top of the chair, but in a chair, it's fine. And from there, get long from your perineum, between your anus and your genitals. Get long to the top of the head. Good. And when we start, we start to focusing on the inhale and under the exhale. Focus on the inhale and the exhale again and again. Every time you lose the connection to it, every time you go into your thoughts and you realize that you're in your thoughts, effortlessly and non-judgmental, letting the thought slowly go, not pushing it away, but letting it slowly go, coming back to the inhale and the exhale again and again, letting the thoughts slowly go as soon as you realize there are some thoughts, and coming back to your inhale and your exhale. From there, let's start to meditate. And we're going for 25 minutes and then 5 minutes of Shavasana, as said before. Let's go. See you in 30 minutes and go. One more thing, when your sitting posture becomes uncomfortable, feel free to change your sitting posture at any point. Slowly lie on your back. Shift yourself there. And release the connection with your breath. Extend your legs. Feet are facing away from each other. Arms are lying by your sides. Palms are pointing towards the sky. Close your eyes and just be. We'll get you out in 5 minutes. Just be. And slowly start to move your fingers, your toes, stretch your body. coming out of it in your time. I'm going to set up the yoga scene and everything. So take your time coming out of it. No pressure. If you're in for the yoga, welcome in. If you're just leaving, have a wonderful day. And let's go. Do some yoga. Okay. Let's also put some music on. So, today we're going to do some inversions. So if you're new to yoga, please feel free to ask any questions at any point. I'm Marcel, and I'm not alone here, but I'm joined by Shawn. Shawn is here for energy, entertainment, and motivation. If you're new to yoga, please feel free to ask any questions anytime. And we're going to do some inversion. That means like we're inversing the blood flow. But first of all, let's come a little bit into our body and let's start. How are you doing? Come into your body and stand up. First of all, we start to jump out of the knees, connect with this jumping motion. Release the shoulders, release the neck. Let the shoulders jump, let the neck jump. Great. The head jump. Feel how the arms are jumping. Just warming up really, really slowly. And from there, stand up tall, interlace the fingers. I'll give your wrists a little bit of a warm up, of a connection, of a... Yeah, and you can also rub your face with your hands if you like for a moment. If you're just woke up, if you're already awake for a long time, let go of your day today, wherever you are in this wonderful world. Good. Then bring your left hand to your right elbow and turn your hand around. Circling your hand. And then other side. You can also turn the direction if you like. Let's do both directions and both sides. Good. From here, move your shoulders forward, upward, backward and down. And again, forward, upward, backward and down. See where you can go, then push yourself like 100%, let's go like 60% or something like this. So you feel something happening and it doesn't feel bad. So forward, upward, backward and down. Then you can also go into the other direction, but be really, really kind and soft with you. One more time, turning to the back. So forward, upward, backward and down. Good. Shake your legs out, shake your arms, your wrists, your shoulders, your elbows. And what we want to do is we come to Tadasana. This is quite a difficult pose. because you don't really see what's going on too much. But if you're really doing all the kind of like small details, then it's going to be quite tough. So let's go. Are you in for it? So we stand up tall, our feet are hip width apart, and we start by pressing the feet apart. Pressing the feet apart on the mat and the shin bones together, knees in and up, and now the thighs inward and back. And you know, maybe it feels like, oh, these kind of movements, they work against each other. So how can I push my feet out and draw the shin bones together? Like lower legs together, right? And the feet apart. How can this work? It kind of works, you know? You just need to focus on one and the other again and again, and then draw the kneecaps in and up, thighs inward and back, draw the belly in and up, keeping all this. Draw the chest a little bit in, your shoulders back, your chin back, your head up. Good. And this was way too fast for you to follow, I'm sorry. Just take what you can right now, and we go over it one more time in a moment. Chin a little bit back, and you can bring your arms up. Get long, long, long. And release. Very good. Shake your legs. And we go one more time over it, and I turn myself to the side. I still have my feet hip width apart. Should be good, right? Don't forget it. Yeah. Feet hip width apart. And first thing we're doing, again, feet pushing outward. I go a little slower right now. Shins together, knees in and up, thighs inward and back. So especially the thighs inward and back, we need to look at that separately. So what are we doing? Bring your hands here. And then the thumb wants to turn inward, kind of like inward and back. So we're engaging the thighs inward and back. Good. I had to try for being a taekwondo, but CU is awesome. Hi Cuddly, hi Cuddly guy. Cuddly Cactus, welcome in. Welcome in from the magic section. Good. This is quite intensive. This is quite hard what we're doing right now, and it's not much to, you don't see what's going on. It's quite hard. So what we're doing here, Cuddly Cactus, as a taekwondo guy, thank you for joining in. So we're pushing the feet apart, the shins together, knees in and up. Now the thighs move inward and back, keeping the knees kind of like where they are. Knees are engaged, thighs move inward and back. And what's happening is we're creating the natural rounding of the lower back like this. So if you engage your thighs inward and back, it automatically creates this natural rounding in your back. And then you're kind of softening that rounding by drawing the belly button in and up, and your chest a little bit. So at the solar plexus area, you draw in and up, bring the chin back, bring your shoulders a little bit back. Don't push your shoulders too much back so that your chest pops forward, but bring your chest a little bit back. So, the shoulders a little bit back, not chest, a little bit back. But solar plexus area a little bit in. And what should happen if you kind of like go through all these points again? You start to shake and you start to feel like, oh, whoa, that's quite difficult. Bring your arms up. Get long. And release. Release completely. Oh, that's called Tadasana. That's called Tadasana, and that's one yoga pose that I like to explain detailed. And then we're going into everything else a little bit less detailed. We're doing today inversions, so we're going towards handstand. So if you're interested in that, we're preparing for handstand. You're at the right time, at the right place. Thank you for joining in, Cuddly Cactus. I played some Magic yesterday. I played a lot of it, too much, actually. Bring your hands together. We want to prepare for going up, down with our hands. So what we're doing is we're pushing through the mounts of the fingers here. Bring the mounts of the fingers together. Release the fingers down and push through the mounts of the fingers in. And release. And again, pushing through the mounts of the fingers in. Feel all the mounts of the fingers connect. Claw your fingers a little bit. And release. Pushing in through the mounts of the fingers and release. We fight so much. I want some exercises, please. I want we fight so much. I want some exercises, please. Exercise. These are exercises. Push in through the mounts of the fingers and release. And pushing through the mounts of the fingers and releasing. Shake your wrists, shake your shoulders, your elbows. And let's go. Let's do some more. This is more like warming up. And we're going to do some sun salutations. I said so much, sorry. Don't worry, you're good. Come to the front of the mat. If you have never done sun salutation, this stretches through your whole body and is very well known in yoga. So bring your arms up, breathing in. We're moving with the breath. Breathing in, breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, lifting halfway. Check with your lower spine that it's not rounding, so no vertebrae are sticking out when you check with your arms. If you don't understand one thing that I'm saying, please feel free to ask, Cuddly. Thank you for being here. Forward, bring your hands down. Now, what we want to do, the index finger mount is rooted to the floor. You see that? There's no space between the index finger mount and the finger. This is important to protect the wrist. Your fingers a little bit, step back. Downward facing dog. So we keep here a little bit. And we move between hips up and shoulders up, right? So in between plank pose, which is this, and downward facing dog, which is hips up, right? So in between here, and start to walk your feet, heels up and down, just to warm up a little bit more. Breathe in deep. Great. Good. And from here, push out from your arms as much as you can. Push out from your feet as much as you can. Your whole back pushes up into the sky. And try to shake a little bit with your arms. Shake a little bit with your legs as you push up. Great. And release down. Release your knees down. Bring the knees to the sides. Big toes together. And bring your arms forward. Just a quick stop here in sun salutation right now. So bring your knees a little bit wider, big toes together, bring your arms forward, release forward, breathing. Really breathe here. You might have a too strong belt around your waist. One more. My God, you're awesome. I'm trying it. Yeah. Slowly coming up again. Bring your hands forward, push into the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingers, shift your hips up. Thank you for telling me that I'm awesome. And we are now coming from this shoulders forward to hips forward, right? We get longer from the hips to the fingers, pushing through the mounts of the fingers. Make sure the index finger mount is connected to the floor, right? Good job. Breathing in deep. Come forward into plank and come down. Elbows close to your body, 90 degrees down. Release your hips down. Release your body down. Push your feet into the floor, knees into the floor, and draw. Think forward and up as you lift a little bit forward up and feel a back bend here in the lower spine. And that's all right, you know. The lower spine has a natural arc there, so we want to get that back into our body. Your elbows are pointing back to the feet, and then shift yourself back up through the knees, up to downward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog is this, hips up into the sky. You're not falling through with the shoulders here, but you're keeping the shoulders up a little bit, and we are engaging the muscles of the arms. Good. Now breathing in, looking forward between the wrists and start walking forward. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, pointing upward, and stand up with a straight back, breathing in deep. Slight back bend here, draw the belly in and up, lean a little bit back, and breathing out, folding forward. Let's go a little bit faster. Breathing in, lifting halfway. Breathing out, folding forward. Place your hands, mounts of the fingers rooted. Remember that. Downward facing dog, breathing in deep. Come forward and down, elbows close to your body. Release down 90 degrees of your elbows. Shift here. Hips down, body down, and think forward and up. Push your feet, knees into the floor. Think forward and up. Go a little bit further. Elbows are pointing back. Shoulder blades onto the back. Your head is not looking up. It's kind of like in line with the spine. Shift yourself back. Downward facing dog. Breathing in deep, looking between the wrists, and start walking forward. Breathing out. Place your hands on your hips, elbows pointing upward. Breathe. Standing up. Slight back bend, extend your arms. And breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, lifting halfway. Breathing out, folding forward. Place your hands, stepping back. Downward facing dog, breathing in. Coming forward and down, elbows 90 degrees. Release your hips down, release your belly down. Think forward and up. Shoulders to the back. Elbows pointing to the back. Shift yourself back, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Looking between the wrists. And start walking forward, breathing out. Place your hands on the hips, elbows pointing upward. Tall back. Get long. Breathing in. Slight back bend and forward fold. Let's go 2 more times. Halfway, breathing in, breathing out, folding, stepping back, downward facing dog. Come forward and down, elbows close to your body. Release your hips down, release your feet down. Think forward and up. As you push yourself forward and up, shoulders are onto the back, shoulder blades onto the back. Shift yourself back, downward facing dog, breathing in. Looking between the wrists, start walk forward, bend your knee, stand up, breathing in, slight back bend, breathing out, forward fold, breathing in, lifting halfway, breathing out, placing your hands on the floor, stepping back, downward facing dog, come forward and down. 90 degrees with the elbows, release your hips down completely. Think forward and up. And shift yourself back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, looking between the wrists, and walk up. And here, and forward fold, rest here. Shift your hips over the heels, hips over heels, so that if you're not as flexible, I'm not that flexible, a lot of that weight is over the toes right now. So shift your hips over the heels. Release your body down. and nod your head a little bit. Releasing tension in your neck. Good. Straightening your feet, your legs. Bring your arms behind the back together, interlace the fingers and draw away from your back. Nod your head, release the neck and the head. Have the hips or the heels as good as you can. And then bring your hands back to your hips, elbows pointing upward. Tall. Great. Shake your wrists, shake your feet out. So how did you like that? This is a sun salutation from yoga, and this is kind of like the standard thing that a lot of people are doing day in and day out. And we're going to do quickly some other things that I like to do, and then we're going into more a handstand workout. Good. So bring your feet hip width apart, and from here we want to engage the knees and the thighs. Knees and the thighs engaged, and release the arms by your side. So no muscles activated in the arms. And we want to move from the belly button. We're moving from the belly button to the left and to the right. Keep the knees and the thighs engaged. Belly button moves to the left and to the right. And we're smashing our hands against our wrists, against our lower back. You can look to the left and to the right if you like, or you can look straight forward. And this is an exercise from Tai Chi that I learned from somebody. Keep your knees and your thighs engaged a lot. So knees and thighs engaged a lot. You want to have them in place, so you're not moving them. You're not doing this. You're keeping the knees and the thighs engaged. And this, especially if you're sitting a lot, creates a lot of juice in the whole spine, in the whole shoulders, in the wrists and the lower spine, especially. Good. Keep again, connect with your belly button. Move to the left and to the right with your belly button. Great job. And release slowly, close your eyes. Releasing, you might feel the impulses going left and right through your body. And if you can feel them, this is where the center of your body lies. Good. Opening your eyes again. Bring your hands in front of the heart together and start to warm up your hands. Now bringing the hands is one of my favorite exercises again. So I have quite a lot of favorite exercises. Bring your hands in front of your eyes and feel the warmth emitting from your hands. And from there, if you feel it or if you don't feel it, don't worry too much about it. Release the hands slowly down onto your face and feel the fingers connecting with your face. And as rain would fall down, refreshing you on your face, draw the fingers slowly down on your face. Good. Bring your arms up by your sides. Your palms are pointing forward, slightly above your shoulders. We're breathing in, we get long from your feet to the top of the head. Breathing in, get long. Feel more length. Breathing out, releasing. I get longer from the shoulders out to the fingers. Breathing in. Smiling. Don't forget to smile. Breathing out, releasing. Now next breath in, we extend the fingers away from each other. Breathing in, extend the fingers away from each other. Breathing out, releasing. And now all together, all these things, three things together. Breathing in, get longer from the feet to the top of the head. Get longer from the shoulders out to the fingers. Extend the fingers away from each other. And think about hugging the whole world right here, right now. Get really long. And breathing out, give yourself a big, big hug. Big, big hug, smile. Great. How does that feel? Release your arms. And hug yourself. It's the other way. Breathing in deep. So other arm on top and release down. Shake your wrists, shake your elbows, your shoulders. It's alright. Might be a little bit loud. No, what's going on? No, it's good. Okay. So, we're going a little bit further. Shake your wrists, elbows, shoulders. We're already quite warmed up. We need to warm up right now the wrists a little bit more so we can really experience the actions that we need to have in handstand. So we're not going completely into handstand unless you're already very experienced. But we're making our first steps towards it for sure. So slowly coming down onto the floor. Take your time coming down. In whatever kind of way you're going down, make it mindfully. This is half of yoga, moving, transitioning mindfully. And from here, let's do quickly cat-cow, and then we go further. So bring your hips over the knees and shoulders over the wrists, and start arcing up from your lower spine up, arcing up vertebra by vertebra up, and then rounding down from the top of the head down. Vertebra by vertebra down, breathing out completely. Breathing in, arcing up from your lower spine up. And rounding down from the top of the head down. Arcing up one more time. Vertebra by vertebra, breathing in. Breathing out completely, breathing out everything and pushing your back up. Good. Shift your hips to the left, to the right. Move your body. Release your head, release your elbows. Good. Shifting yourself completely forward and completely backward to what feels good to your body. If you don't know how you could move in this position, so move freely right now. Have your hands connected and the knees connected where they are, and move freely around. Feel what feels good to you right now. And you can think about moving like a snake, for example. Okay. And then release. And we bring our hands a little bit closer. Especially if you're doing this the first time, these are called wrist push-ups. It's getting harder if you go further away, but really, if you're doing it the first time, bring your hands a little bit closer. We shift all the weight to our hands, and we push up through the mounts of the fingers, and the wrist lifts up. Push in through the mounts of the fingers and push the wrist up. Good. And what we want to do is not this. We're not lifting with the hips. We're not doing this. But we shift the weight forward and we're pushing up. And let's go for a round of 10. They are quite fast, so let's go for 10. So go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, okay. And what you should start to feel is some kind of warmth in your lower arms. Shake your arms out, your wrists out. Good, and we go again. We go for a little bit more, for 15. Did I count correct? It didn't feel correct. It feels like I counted 10, 9, 8. 2-1 or something like this. Okay, let's go again. Shift all the weight over the wrists and start to push up. Let's go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, shake your wrists out. And if you're doing it the first time, you can just go for 10 again. And I'll explain why this is important in just about a moment. When we are finished with this exercise, we're doing a next exercise, and you can experience in firsthand why this kind of intention there is so important in a handstand. Good. We go one more time. Just go for 10. If you're already more experienced, go for 20. If you have trained that muscle already, let's go for 20. So good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And just push one more time slowly up and release. Shake your wrists out. You're doing amazing. And what we want to do right now is we come back into downward facing dog. So bring your arms far forward, push into the mounts of the fingers. Very, very important right now. We want to activate the same muscles that we just activated. Good. Claw your fingers, shift your hips up into the sky. And from here, what we're doing is we start to jump just this little tiny bit. So first of all, bend your knees. I forgot to say that. Bending your knees is important, especially if you can't reach, if your heel's the floor. You should bend your knees in downward facing dog. And you can bend even more. Get long from your hands to your hips and start to jump. And try to keep this length from the hands to the hips. And start to jump and push in through the mounts of the fingers. So push in through the mounts of the fingers and jump. And what's happening, I'll explain in a moment. Just do it right now. So you can do really small jumps. That's completely fine. Exploring a little bit. Really push in through the mounts of the fingers and release for a moment. Bring your knees to the sides, knees a little bit apart, big toes together, and reach forward. This is called child's pose. As you're pushing in with the hands into the floor, with the mounts of the fingers pushing in with them, we're pushing us down to the floor. And that's the movement that we can control in handstand. We can push us back down, right? As we jump up, we push us back down. We can't control like the other side, pushing us to the other side. We can't really control this with our hands, but we can push us back down. It's kind of like the same with the feet. So try to control it when we lean backward. It doesn't work. You can't lean backward. You will kind of tumble backwards, right? So slowly come up again. So we can control the forward, kind of like the forward side. So if you lean forward, we can push us back, right? It's kind of like the same thing with the hands as we go to the handstand. Claw your fingers, push yourself up again. Let's go again. Get long from your hips to the fingers and just start jumping. And feel that your mounts of the fingers are connected and that we can push us back down. If you like, you can go a little bit deep further. Try to make it soft. Good. So we're jumping with both feet and releasing. Come back to your knees, Shake your arms out. Great first practice here. So if you're just jumping this little tiny bit, that's completely fine. That's more the exploration about pushing in through the mounts of the fingers here that we really need to be aware of. Otherwise it doesn't work. And you're hurting yourself. So always have the mounts of the fingers connected to the floor to protect your wrist. Good. First thing we need to learn. Shake your wrists out. Shake your shoulders out. Let's slowly come to a standing position. Good. Bring your arms up. So keep on standing. Bring your arms up. Push the wrist up. The fingers, draw the fingers back down. Extend the shoulders up. Good. And if you like to have more actions going on in your body, feel free to do them. But right now, we want to really focus on the wrists pushing up, the fingers back down. Wrists pushing up, fingers back down. Shoulders as well, if you like. Release. Shake your wrists. And one more time, but forward this time. Bring your hands forward, push out the wrists, draw the fingers back towards you. Pushing out of the shoulders. Great job. Breathing out, one more time. Pushing out from the wrists out, fingers back towards you. And release, shake your wrists out. This is very, very good, you know. Just standing and going like this is almost a handstand. I mean, it's a handstand. Let's go. Let's go. It's getting a little bit harder, then it's get maybe a little bit harder, it depends. And then it gets easier. So slowly coming into a forward fold. Make sure you have some space between your feet and the hand that you're placing. Place your hand down. You can bend your knees a lot if you need to. Pushing in through the mount of the fingers here. Claw your fingers a little. Good. And what we're doing is we're shifting all the weight to the hands. All the way to the hands. And we're kind of look like a jumping motion. As I made it so slow, you can do it a little bit faster. So you lean forward, shift all the weight there, and stay. And especially the first times you're to be awkward, but train it and train it and train it. You'll get better and better. Good. Back to the mat, shake your wrists out, shake your hands. Yeah, you can grab around your elbows and shift yourself a little bit right and left. Knees. Good. Then place your hands foot width distance away from the feet. Shift the weight to the hands. At any point, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Feet off. Hands forward. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Shift forward and lift. And try to make this controlled as you can until we are back at the front of the mat. Whoop. Last time. Good. Take your time. If you need some more time, feel free to. Don't rush it, but really make sure you connect the mounts of the fingers to the floor at all times. So, breathe in deep, shake your wrists a little bit, give your wrist a little bit of love. You can also interlace the fingers again, circle your wrists. Then bring your feet short mat width distance apart to the short end of the mat. Good. From here, you want to measure the distance quickly. So have your feet below your wrists. Good. Check that it's approximately there, just approximately. Then we shift our hips to the back, and we're leaning forward. Again, you can check with your lower spine here that it's not rounding with one hand. Bring one hand onto the lower back and feeling that the vertebrae are not sticking out. If they're sticking out, you can come up a little bit. If they're not sticking out, you can go a little bit more down. Push your button more out. Keep your knees engaged, your outer side of the feet engaged, and slowly come down. Great job. And from here, we're just wandering over to the left. We're not finished with the handstand practice, don't worry. Going a little bit further. Saying hello to the left toes, and we are going for 45 minutes, by the way. So we're just going, just going some more minutes. Maybe we go a little bit over time. That's all right. And going to the other foot if you haven't already. And then bring your hands into the middle of the mat. Either on the mat or off the mat. Again, I'm saying it again because it's important. Either on the mat or off the mat with your hands. Not between, right? On the mat or off the mat. Push in through the mounts of the fingers, claw the fingers. And from here we shift all the weight there and we jump in. And shift all the weight there, jump out. Good. And we go for a round of 10. If you have never done this, 3 times is also good to explore it. Good. Let's go. Slowly release, bring your hands to your thighs and come back up and shift from side to side, come back up again, shake your wrists. How do your wrists feel right now? Now bring your hands, we're using a wall right now, so find a wall, we're bringing the hands towards the wall, we're almost finished. Bringing the hands towards the wall. This is variation 1. We're doing all together the variation 1. Bring the hands towards the wall. We're shifting the hips over the heels. We get along from the hips to the fingers, to the wrists. Pushing out from the shoulders out, drawing the belly in and up. Good. So, this is the first, bringing a lot of awareness into our body again. Have the hips over the heels, draw the belly in and up. Your shoulders are strong. Our hands are shoulder width distance apart. And we bring the gaze, so we bring the head up a little bit and we're looking between the wrists. Just barely bringing the head up a little bit, looking between the wrists. So you can look up with your eyes, you just look between your wrists. Good. Draw the belly in and up, push out of your shoulders, and release. This is variation 1 of the handstand, the climax pose if you want so. And you can either do this again, or you can go into the second variation. And I show you also a third variation today. So second variation, if you like to go further, just look at me for a moment. We're sitting down on the wall, the distance of 1 foot, and then we're placing the finger where the heel landed. Then bring your bring your hands shoulder width distance apart on the floor. Push in through the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingers, and from there step up. Good. Hips over the heels, hips over the wrists. And doing the same actions as before, drawing the belly in, pushing out of the shoulders, and so if you like to try that, try that. I give you time for that right now. Shake your wrists. And again, measure the distance. Sit back, down on the wall. Measure the distance with the foot. Put your finger there, put your wrist there, and stepping up. You can also stay in variation 1, that's completely fine. There's so much to explore. And again, drawing the belly in and up, pushing out of the shoulders, pushing into the mounts of the fingers, important. And looking between the wrists. So bring your head a little bit the direction of looking down, and looking down with the eyes between the wrists. Good. If you have done that and you want more, you can do more. So you can either repeat variation 1 or variation 2, or you can also do variation 3, but just walk ups. So come into plank pose, and from here we start to walk up with our feet and up with our hand. Again, important is that we have the fingers connected to the floor, the mounts of the fingers connected to the floor, and you can walk really close, but we really need to make sure that you press into the mounts of the fingers at all the time. You can walk way closer than me. I won't do it right now because there's something in the way up there, but try that out if you like. Good. These are walk-ups. And with that said, as soon as you've tried that out, I'll give you some more time. There's always a lot to find in variation 1 as well. So if you have done just variation 1, like 2 or 3 times, you can find a lot there. A lot of the things that you need to do, you can just practice there, and then you can take it to variation 2. Good. So let's come down and let's come into Shavasana. We're going slightly over time today. That's all right. Lie back on your back, and I really encourage you that if you like to leave right now, don't leave. Do Shavasana with me, just 2 minutes. It's really important to get out of it, and it makes you feel really good. So let's do some windshield wipers, then we come into Shavasana. So bring your knees up, bring your elbows next to your shoulders, fingers are pointing up, and release your knees to the right, and then release your knees to the left and to the right, left and to the right. Let one knee guide the way, then the other. Good. And then extend your feet, toes are facing away from each other, arms are lying by your sides. We just go for 2 minutes, then I'll get you out of this position again. So toes are facing away from each other, or feet are facing away from each other. Arms are lying by your sides, a little bit apart from your body, and palms are pointing up towards the sky. I repeat, palms are pointing up towards the sky. This is important. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me later. And just be, close your eyes, just be. Just be. Deepening your breath. Start to move your fingers. Start to move your toes. Have your eyes still closed. Draw the knees in towards your belly. When you're ready, coming back to your body. Shifting yourself to either the left or the right side, coming to lie down on your side body. In this position, release all the tension of your body. Make it comfortable for yourself on the side body position. Check in with your shoulders, your neck, your tongue, the face of the skin of the face. Release the arms, the elbows, the wrists, the fingers. Release the chest, the belly, the hips, the legs, the knees, the ankles, the toes, the whole foot, the whole feet. Breathing in deep into the belly, into the chest. Feeling control in our inversions today. Breathing out. Breathing in again, lift yourself up. Come into a final sitting posture together with me. Breathing in deep. Bring the hands in front of the heart together as soon as you set up. Honoring your yoga practice today. Honoring the force, the energy that we brought to this inversion practice. Releasing the arms and opening the eyes. Welcome back. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I truly enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. My name is Marcel again, and I'm teaching here together with Shawn. Shawn is here for energy, entertainment, and motivation. And together we're teaching here every day. Every day. And we're also teaching meditation. So if you'd like to join in, if you'd like to join in, feel free to. If you have any questions, ideas, or suggestions, write in the Twitch chat directly or write in my Discord, in our Discord. Next to that, all these live streams will be going up to YouTube. So if you'd like to review something, feel free to go there. And then, what else is there? Yeah, I appreciate every follow you can give me here on Twitch. And with that said, namaste. The emptiness inside of me recognizes the emptiness inside of you. Release the arms. And if you have any questions at any point, feel free to ask. Good. Let's go and rate somebody, shall we? Let's see. Thank you for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. And let's see who we can rate. Maybe somebody of the fitness community. And saying hello to them. Of course, we're always rating with love. So guys, if you would put your favorite emote in chat, and then we write rating with love. And put your favorite emote again. And yeah. We are rating with that, always. Let me the computer's a little slow. And let's check the fitness channel quickly, shall we? The fitness Twitch. Or if you know somebody that's on that should get some love, let me know. It's so slow. It's So slow. You know what? Yeah, that's too slow. Let's just rate my dear friend Loco. My dear friend Loco is a great guy. He helped me set up the whole stream here a little bit one time, and it's super friendly. You can talk to him. I hope he's not having a chair stream right now, but let's rate him. And I wish you a wonderful day. Send him some love, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you for being here. Shawn, can you do the honor and press the button, please? Shawn is pressing the button always. Okay. I want to press the button. Let's go. Oh, he's trying his best. Okay, he did it. Okay, yeah, guys. Bye. No.